We're going to start with our bulldog choke and then go into our anaconda setup. So as I reach under, cupping in, karate chop, make my gables. Through here, pull him forward and then cut his arms across to take his base away. When you put your head down, turn your head away so I can drop my head. Then roll your head inside, connect your hands. So now as I start turning the corner, make my squeeze, that's my bulldog choke. Then I'm gonna go into my anaconda, right here, flip him off, hook up into his lat. My chest, my chest is connected to the back of his head. So immediately from here, I pull my elbows to my own chest. And as I pull my elbows to me, I push my chest to go into his head. And then the last piece for me is then, as I make that crunch, is then taking my leg and go hunting for whatever I can connect to. If you can hook legs, it's best. For myself, I end up only able to connect my knee to my elbow, but usually that's enough for me to get my choke. So bulldog choke first. Okay, break him down, pull him forward, head down, look away. As you pull your hands, drive your head inside, circle, circle. Notice my hips stay low. All I'm doing is driving my shoulder to the ground. I'm not picking him up. Then we go into our gator roll. As we roll, slip in like you're flipping him off. Pull your elbows to you and drive your chest and then make your connection. And he should be gone before you get to the end. All right, let's go back and forth. 1, 2, 3. So now I'm going to go into the gator roll. And the part you have to watch out for is virtually any of the chokes. Guillotines, darces, anacondas, you name it. The arm position might be enough to choke you, but rarely is the arms enough. Okay? What makes this one a little bit more powerful, like with your darces and anacondas, is the fact that you're getting all the way to a rear naked style with the arms locked up. But the real power comes when the hips start to get closer and the hips start to connect. So through here, if Jaime doesn't want me to be able to get the best choke possible, what he's going to do is he's just going to continue to roll and not stay stationary on the side. He's just going to get back to his knees and not let me get into the choke, which is one of the reasons why I like anacondas specifically more than I like darces. Darces are fantastic chokes, but they tend to be a one-off. And then when a darce fails, to a north-south position where we're face-to-face now instead of head-to-back. So again, pinkies chop, that's my gable. If he's strong, I'm not going to be able to jump here. So what I need to do is start to pull him forward to take him off his base, go into my bulldog. I'm choking. We go into our gator roll, but we just go all the way. We roll all the way through, and we end up back on our knees. That's the worst that's going to happen. And that's the beauty. That's why I like the anacondas. I go for the choke, it fails, and I can just ride my position and keep my head and arm the whole time through, and then go through secondary attack. So you could go through, try to do it again, go back into your anaconda series, okay? Or the second move we've been doing is the what we call Armageddon. So Armageddon is an arm-in guillotine. So I take his arm, I cut it across just like we did, okay? But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift and step in at the same time so that his arm becomes shelved on my thigh. Now, my hands will stay, and I want to see my fingers on the outside. So now through here, basically it's just a baseball slide. So now that I'm here, I baseball slide in and connect into my guillotine. But with the arm across, it gets pinned in my side, so it's still a head-arm choke variation. Now, the important part is, though, 2 majors. 1, baseball slide around the arm, because I want the arm stuck on my thigh. And second is make sure your fingers can be seen on the other side of the armpit. Okay, if you can't do that, then it's not as good. Now, I'll be honest with you, from this static position, I'm not that good at it. But when we add it to the roll, so when I'm here and I go in and I go into my gator roll, okay, and we come up. When I do it immediately from Anaconda directly into Armageddon, as a 1-2 punch, it's a lot faster and a lot cleaner. All right, so let's hit Armageddon. 1, 2, 3. So I'm just going to go to the end. So I've got Jaime's arm across, okay, and I'm here. Okay. When I lay back, one of the things I want you to try to hunt for is as I lay down, this leg is almost always going to get light. So as I lay down, I'm just kicking my foot under so I can pull half up. Okay. Now, this leg, I would love to be able to get over his back, but it becomes unnecessary. If I can make this hook, I'm already golden where I would like to be. Okay. Now, I'll obviously try to choke him, but with my hands, if I can see my hands out here, great choke. If I can't, if for some reason my hands got into the middle of his chest, okay, or like here, I can't see my hands. I can guarantee you right now, I can squeeze really hard on Jaime, and I'm probably not going to choke him. So, shoot to the far side shoulder. Okay, so when I slide in and I go here and I go, oh crap, shoot to the far side shoulder, pull yourself up. Okay, don't try to pull him down to you. Slide your head. Otherwise, if I fall and I think I'm going to pull him to me, this gap is going to open up and his head will come right out. So once I make my connection, pull yourself up into that arm. Again, lock it like a rear naked choke. Okay, and pull yourself into him. Don't fall. Now that I'm here, I'm going to continue my baseball slide. Push my hips underneath. Take him down. Now he's giving me back exposure. Okay, his hips are a little bit twisted, but what I'm going to do through here is I'm going to loosen up my hook on his hips, keep it high. Now I can put my foot and just give him a little shrimp to expose his back and square up. So again, when I'm here, I'm going down, I'll put that foot inside, shift through here. As soon as I reach, pull yourself in, grab it like a rear naked choke, cup the back of his tricep, and pull like you're trying to choke his arm. Now through here, push your hips under. That's going to bring him down through here. If I shrimp my hips, now I can get a full back take, and I'm still holding onto his arm like I'm choking it. So through here, his ability to turn into me really doesn't exist. His arm is going to be what's going to stop him. Now through here, I can switch and then come in and go for my rear naked choke. So on this one, so in guard, when we go for a guillotine, we switch to the far side shoulder. That's the 100%. Okay. When we grab it like a rear naked choke, it's a 200%. But again, when we grab it, don't fall and pull. When you grab it, pull yourself forward and then use your hips as I'm here with my baseball slide. Hold on, throw your hips under to break him down. Okay, don't rely on your body falling because I don't want his head to slip out. Again, I'm in, pull, hook, grip. Keep your chest tight. Once we hit, small shrimp. Each shrimp I do, his hips are getting more square with mine. That allows my second leg to get in. Connect, okay? Through here, I could connect to the side of his neck, or I can connect here. This is going to allow me to pull to get back under. The look on Pablo's face. All right, let's give it a shot. 1, 2, 3. So, my personal preference that I like is when I'm in, and again, my foot's just right up against, I was doing my baseball slide. So as he's dropping down and those hips become light, there's my hook. Now, you guys already felt it. There's times where you're trying to squeeze, but it literally feels like they're almost trying to like roll into you. So if I'm here, that's an easy hook. Then I grip it like my rear naked choke. But if that tension is coming through, whether they create it, want to create it, this hook is pretty much all I need. I can do it from this position, okay, but really it's gonna be my right arm that's gonna create the motion. So as this body weight starts to come into me, through here, I put my hand in the ground. My foot is still hooked, but I'm sitting on his leg, and you see my underhook on his arm. So right now, my body weight is on the opposite shoulder, and now I've got him basically pinned, almost like he's belly down. So now, if he starts trying to move, then I make my switch, and I stay connected. Again, through here, don't go for his neck too soon. The moment I start digging in, he just clams up. I want him to feel like he's got options. So notice my hand has deliberately not gone for him yet, because he is not going to pick his shoulders up off the ground without putting this hand in the floor. Because as soon as he wants to use this hand to try to get up, okay, I'm going to hike the hand underneath him and take it away. My chest is here. So now when he wants to start trying to get up, go ahead. He's not getting up. Okay. So that means this hand has to become dedicated. He's got to start. That's when my hand goes for his throat. What's that? So, but it's one of these things though, like I said, the moment I touch his neck, he will now defend the choke and he won't try to do anything else. If it's just part of the roll and I don't go for his neck too soon, okay, you'd be amazed at how many people are thinking position and they're not thinking that the attack is literally just hovering off his shoulder, waiting for him to pick his head up. Okay. Now, if for some reason something starts to happen and I don't get his neck, I don't care. Because ultimately speaking, they only go one of two directions. Okay? Either I get his hips and I force him face first into the floor, or he turns and I have full mount. So I mean, that's literally the only two major options he's got, unless I screw up. If I screw up, then maybe we're talking half guard, maybe we're talking, but I'm always on top, no matter what happens. Okay? So again, anytime I get the cross body lock, okay, so I'm in here and I start to break him down. Superhero landing.
Look real cool when you do it.
Yeah. So like right now, my right knee is on the ground. There's little to no weight on my left. I'm literally sitting on this leg. That's the reason why his hips aren't going to be able to move very well. I mean, like I said, I'm literally sitting on this leg. I was here, which makes this arm very stuck, and his head is down low. So when the opportunity comes, I make the switch, grip, and hike. Okay? Make it so that that hand is now gone. So now I'm just pressing, okay? So right now, I've already got one hook to the back. If for some reason, oh no, and he continues to move, as soon as those hips start to lock up, again, all he's going to do is either give me mount, or I'm going to secure the back and go for the choke. But remember, when I get up though, Jaime felt it, that sitting on that leg is a beast. You know, I actually have more pressure on his leg than I have anywhere else on his body. Okay? And that's the reason why his hips will be one of the last things to get up. I want his chest to feel like it's easier. That way he'll go there first, because he won't be able to get his hips up.